Top 10 Dungeon Manhwa to read. Best Dungeon Manhwas. No more of that soy boy isekai nonsense. This next is all about diving headfirst into the top 10 dungeon manhwa that will blow your mind. We are talking power fantasy, over-the-top action, and more plot twists than you can shake a magical staff at. So, forget about getting reincarnated as toilet paper or having elf girls wipe you down, because these dungeon manhwas are taking the fantasy genre back to its root. Starting off with our number 10, The Evil God Descends. I Own Great Hell. This manhwa is set in Apocalypse, where an evil god comes down and starts chomping on humans. But here is the twist. The main character just so happens to be the warden of the demons suppressing hell, while all sorts of ancient Chinese gods and monsters have been locked up for ages. Now, it's time to let loose and show these invading evil deities who is the boss. The art is ridiculously good, the characters are super well developed, and the story is a wild ride filled with action, humor, and a healthy dose of I am the boss now, bow down. If you are looking for an entertaining manhwa that puts a fresh spin on the whole defeat the evil god trope, this one is definitely worth checking out. Trust me, art style is top notch. Number 9. Conquering Dungeons with Copy-Paste. Our protagonist, Haruto, is a down-on-his-luck adventurer with a cursed skill called Copy-Paste. Yeah, sounds pretty lame, right? Well, that's what everyone else thinks too, which is why Haruto gets treated like the runt of the litter. But here is where things get interesting. Haruto discovers that his useless skill is actually the key to becoming the strongest hunter around. With the power of copy-paste, Haruto can take down even the toughest monsters, and get this, he's on a mission to save the world from a major disaster. Talk about a glow-up. The art is top-notch, the characters are a hoot, and the story is an absolute thrill ride. If you're looking for an adventurer manhwa that flips the script in the most unexpected ways, you have got to check out Conquering Dungeons with Copy-Paste. Number 8. Monster Eater Adventurer. Our protagonist, Ryud, is an E-rank adventurer with a pretty lame skill which is called Debuff Immunity. All he can really do is crouch around in dungeons gathering herbs. But when Ryud's so-called allies betray him, leaving him for dead, he has to resort to the unthinkable, which is eating monster meat. Now I know what you are thinking. Ew, gross. But here is the kicker. That forbidden act unlocks a whole new world of abilities for our buddy Ryud. Suddenly, he can gain new skills just by chowing down on those beasties. It's like the ultimate revenge of the miasma scavenger. The art is top-notch, the characters are a hoot, and the story is an absolute riot. If you're looking for a dungeon manhwa that puts a weird spin on the classic adventurer tale, Monster Eater Adventurer is definitely worth checking out. Number 7. The Delivery Man from Martial World. Our protagonist, Smiley Kong, is stranded in a new world trying to live a quiet life as a delivery man. But here is the catch. This world is constantly under attack from demonic beasts, and there are these awakened people with supernatural powers trying to monopolize the resources. Now, you might be thinking, a delivery man? How is he supposed to save the day? Well, that's where the fun begins. Smiley may seem like your average Joy, but he is hiding some pretty impressive martial arts skills up his sleeve, and when the going gets tough, he doesn't hesitate to jump in and lend a hand, all while keeping his true abilities on the down low. It has a delightfully premise with some great action and a whole lot of heart. If you're looking for a manhwa with hidden power genres, then the Delivery Man from the Martial World is definitely worth checking out. Number 6. The Demon King Levels Up. Imagine this, the demonic realm and the heavenly realm have called a truce, and the human world is finally at peace. But then, our protagonist, Jeon Minchul, stumbles upon an ancient artifact and remembers his past life. He was the Demon King who used to bring the world to his knees. Yup, this guy used to be the big bad boss, but now he's back as an ordinary college student. The twist? Minchul has retained his sanity and his crazy powerful Demon Lord abilities. So, you know what that means. Time to start grinding those dungeons and becoming even more OP than before. With a massive world building, likable characters, and the classic power fantasy vibe, the Demon King Levels Up is a must-read for anyone who loves a good manhwa with some adventure. Moving on to our number 5, after 10 millennia in hell. Our protagonist is none other than O Kang-woo, the former Demon King himself. But after ruling over hell for who knows how long, this guy has had enough. He wants to head back to Earth. And boy, does he get a rude awakening when he gets there. Turns out the Earth he once knew has been transformed into an MMORPG free-for-all with dimensional gates popping up all over the place. Now, if Kang-woo wants to survive in this crazy new world, he's going to have to level up fast. But for this demon lord, hell on Earth might just be worse than the actual hell he's used to. It's a light-hearted, fun-filled romp that doesn't take itself too seriously. If you are in the mood for something a little different that will keep you laughing, After 10 Millennia in Hell is definitely worth checking out. Number 4. The Beginner, formerly ranked number 1 in the world. The game called Prophecy Online that promises unlimited wealth to anyone who can clear it. Our protagonist, Endo Ray, does just that, risking it all. But when the game shuts down, he's left with a measly 3,584 yen to his name. Talk about a letdown, right? But just when Ray is feeling down in the dumps, the world goes through a major shift. Monsters start appearing in reality. And guess what? Ray just happens to have all the inside info on how to take these beasties down, thanks to his experience in Prophecy Online. So, you know what that means. Time to turn this crazy situation into a money-making opportunity. With his sharp art, entertaining characters, and a really fresh premise, The Beginner, formerly ranked number 1 in the world, is a manhwa you won't want to miss. Number 3. I Have to Be a Monster. Our protagonist, Xiao Q, has been silently protecting humanity all by himself for years. But get this, he's constantly misunderstood and treated like a total outcast. Poor guy had a life full of sorrow, but now he's decided to take a different path. One where he becomes a monster who sheds no blood or tears, and yet still guards humanity in his own unique way. Xiao Q, also known as the Masked Hero, Mask, is just a really likable character. He's got this cool, go-with-the-flow personality, and the fact that he can transform into a monster just makes him even more badass. And the art in this manhwa? Absolutely top-notch, especially during the intense fighting scenes. If you are in the mood for a dungeon-type manhwa with a super well-crafted plot and some truly unique monster designs, I Have to Be a Monster is definitely worth checking out. Number 2. Mythic Item Obtained. In this world, technology and magic are practically indistinguishable, and these terrifying monsters and mythical creatures are just running rampant, causing havoc for all of the humanity. But fear not, because there are these special individuals known as the Awakened, who have emerged with godlike powers to save the day. And there is our protagonist, Jahyun. He is an awakened human raider, but the poor guy has been struggling to make ends meet. Until one day, when a series of crazy events leads him to claim this powerful item that's going to change the course of history forever. With his top-notch world building, well-written characters, and absolutely stunning fighting scenes, Mythic Item Obtained is a dungeon manhwa that you won't want to miss. Sure, it has a few pacing issues with some unnecessary drama, but trust me, the overall experience is just too good to pass up. And finally, number 1. Solo Leveling Ragnarok is the long-awaited sequel of the hit series Solo Leveling, and the Earth is once again under threat, this time from the gods of other universes, the Itarim, who are looking to fill the void left by the Absolute Being. But never fear, because our hero, Sung Jin-woo, is back and he's sending his trusty Shadow Ant King, Beru, to awaken the powers of his son, Suho. Now, Suho has got his work cut out for him as he navigates this new world, facing off against new evil that's looking to swallow the whole world. But with the power of the Shadow Dungeon on his side and the legacy of his father's journey, Suho has got what it takes to earn his place in the world of hunters and save the day. With the same stunning art, well-written characters, and a fast-paced action that made the original Solo Leveling a hit, this sequel is a must-read for any fan of the genre. Well fans, there you have it, the holy grail of dungeon manhwa that play cannot afford to miss. So, what are you waiting for? Grab your reading devices, clear your schedules, and get ready to get lost in this incredible world. Trust me, your inner manga soul will thank me later. Until next time, happy reading, you wonderful people. Sayonara and peace out.